You hear that all right? That's picking up everything, isn't it? That's amazing. I need a hearing aid.
And you don't need to borrow your power because we've got our own little battery.
Oh, look at that. So, what is there another game after this, or are you just doing the girls today?
No, we then go to the men's match.
Oh, wow. So you got to set up again?
No, well, Lee goes there.
Oh,
and
right.
Then Megan's the final person on your match of the round.
Yeah, right.
Men's
Okay.
match of the round.
Yeah, nice.
So, yeah.
And
She's
that's
only
gone.
21, but she's been filming
Yeah.
TV when I was since 7.
Good on you.
Started out filming the brothers, teams, and then
Yeah.
she's been doing this. You ready? Ready?
Where am I looking? To you?
To the gentleman.
What are you going to ask me?
Camera.
This will be good.
Josh and Dylan.
Josh?
Dylan.
Dylan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Deakin University Women's Match of the Round, live from East Burwood Reserve, Division 2. Top 4 clash today between East Burwood and Surrey Park. East Burwood looking to lock in a final spot in Division 2 this season. Surrey Park looking to consolidate a spot in the top 2. All the action from this game live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Josh Ward, joined this morning by Dylan Smith, and off the bat we're joined by Surrey Park assistant coach Rod Bradshaw. Rod, thanks for jumping on and having a chat with us before this big clash.
No worries, all good.
And how are the girls feeling about today, facing East Burwood for the first time since round 1 in 3 months? It's been since they've taken on East Burwood. How are they feeling?
Look, they're a little bit nervous. The ground's a bit dodgy out there. It doesn't look that flash, so they're a bit nervous about the ground. I thought it was going to be nice and dry, but it's a bit wet. But, no, they'll be fine.
And just the season in general, the last couple of weeks, you've really started to hit some form. Do you feel like the side is starting to peak at the moment?
I wouldn't say we're peaking. We've had girls in and out, so it's all more like we're sort of working with what we've got at the moment. We've had girls go away, girls get sick, girls get injured. So we've got a pretty spread list, which is really good. But I wouldn't say we're at our peak yet, but we're just building up.
Just on your opponents, what's the sort of the biggest thing that worries you about them coming into today's clash? What can they sort of take away from you guys?
I reckon the biggest thing that we're going to worry about is that they really want to win. They've got to, stay in the top 4, home ground, all that sort of stuff. But look, we're up for it. We know they're going to come and they're going to come hard. But look, we'll be fine. But yeah, that's our biggest worry is that we know that they've come to play today.
Is there any part of the ground you think that you guys can get an advantage, whether it be leg speed, maybe a mismatch in the forward line, something like that?
I reckon it's probably our spread. We're pretty good at our 1, 2, 3 handballs out the back and away we go. But yeah, we'll just use our leg speed a bit. We've got some good runners. We're probably a bit short on a few today, but generally we've got some good wingers and good on-ballers. So.
And who are some of the girls to keep a close eye on? There's plenty of talent in the side. Emily Cumming, the first 2 best and fairest at Surrey Park, Hannah Barn, the captain, just to name a few.
Hannah's she's just a workhorse in there. And Emily in number 5, you'll see her run around. She's been our ruckman for a while, but she's been pushed to the forward line and she's just killing it up there. So we're loving it. So yeah, she'll those 2 you can sort of watch. Who else? We've got Bea, little Bea in the forward line. She's a little jet. So yeah, there's some good little players there, but yeah. It's a good spread.
And I'll have to add, Bea's last name is a very hard name. To pronounce. But some of the new girls that have come across to the club this year, Kat Newman and Jessica Skriniars has come across, as well as Taylor Morton, and Paris Isaac Dunn as well has come into the side. Just how impressed have you been with the impact that they've had?
Well, Paris has never played football. She's got a netball background, but she's tall. She's got a leap. We'll put her in the ruck every now and then. She's very good. Who else did you say there? You got
Catherine Newman and
Kat.
Jess.
Well, Kath. I don't know Catherine. We call her Kat. But Kat's she's unbelievable. Her on-ball skills are incredible, and she's got legs. She just keeps running all day. So yeah, the new girls have been really good. Jess is just a workhorse. Gets in and under. So yeah, we've got some good players in there.
Obviously, from your opponent's perspective, you've got Cecilia Baldassar there, leading goal kicker in the competition. Do you guys?
Tough.
Do you have a match-up for her, that someone that can sort of take her on?
We do, but it's more about cutting off supply down there. That's going to be our thing. If we can put pressure on the ball getting in, and hopefully it gets to the ground, and then we'll work our way around there. I mean, look, she's a good player, there's no doubt. So we'll be watching her. But yeah, we haven't really got a set play for her, I wouldn't have said, but it's cutting off supply, and then that'll be our go-to.
Well, Rob, we better let you go and get ready for this contest. Thanks for jumping on pre-game, and good luck for today.
No worries. Thanks, you.
And we're just about to be joined by the coach of the East Burwood Football Club, Ali Rock, who's done a terrific job with the side since their inaugural season. Of course, won the premiership and only lost one game last season, which was a match of the round. And now this season they look set to be playing in finals. And she's joining us now. Ali, thanks for coming on and having a chat with us ahead of this game.
No, my pleasure to be here, and obviously a great day for footy, and the sun's shining, and girls are really excited for the opportunity.
It is a perfect day for footy, and just the season in general. Of course, your second season, first in Division 2. What have you made of it so far? Do you feel like you keep improving week on week as you get more familiar with the competition?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, coming up to Division 2, we didn't really know what to expect towards the start of the season, but to see the growth and the confidence build amongst the team has been really pleasing, and the word proud comes out a fair bit when I do speak to the girls, because we keep taking on the challenges and proving that this is where we're supposed to be.
How have you found this division? Because it is a bit of a tricky one to navigate. You've sort of got East Ringwood at the top, and then you've got Heathmont, who are struggling a bit at the bottom at the bookends of the comp. Has it been difficult to sort of, I guess, motivate the team for those matches against the top and the bottom of the table?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think women's footy still has some areas of like volatile, like, so it's a bit of instability, and you don't know. You can go from one week, losing by 100 points, and the next week winning by a pretty safe amount. But when we do face those challenging teams, it's the message is really focusing on the small things and the small successes, and ways that we can continue to take on the opportunity of growth. And we don't look at the scoreboard in those sort of situations, but more so where are little areas of successes that we can celebrate as a team and focus on for us.
Well, what's been the biggest difference as well between Division 3 last year and Division 2 this year as well?
I think, definitely you're facing some teams that have a lot more depth. So I think Division 3 still had some fantastic teams, some fantastic players, but I've noticed coming up to Division 2, the depth of those players is significantly higher, and it's certainly an area, like, we've struggled with some injuries throughout this year, and our number count hasn't been up to where we would like it, but coming across teams that have 6 on the bench and quality depth has certainly been a big challenge for us.
You're obviously missing today Bronte Rowland. How big of an out is that going to be for you guys?
Yeah, obviously Bronte is a pivotal part of our team. She's our captain. She's our fearless leader. She's a tough player, and I know that we'll be missing her out there today, but that's just the way footy is. Sometimes you have your outs, and we'll try and fix the hole that she leaves, but certainly the girls, this is just a good opportunity for some other players to step up.
Is there someone back there that you can see sort of taking that role that she does, marshalling the back line? Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, Bronte's someone that we can place somewhere, anywhere around the ground. We've got players like Holly Booth that can play a really proactive role across the half-back. We've got people like Emma Pollock who provide that sort of back wall and really tough footy. So there's opportunity for girls to certainly fill that hole today.
And one player that has had a really phenomenal 2 seasons since coming across to East Burwood, Cecilia Baldus there. 56 goals this season, and I think it's like 90-odd goals since joining East Burwood last year. Just the impact she's had on the side, it's all to behold, really, in the division, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, CC is a weapon, and she's a force down forward. We just got to give her plenty of opportunity with the ball, because when she does have ball in hand, something special is about to unfold. So it's she's a great team player, she's a great leader down the forward line, and someone we absolutely love having around the club.
And you're still scoring pretty highly and getting other options up forward. Who are some of those players that can really step up and kick a couple of goals in up forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even some of our mids sneak forward, get the ball rolling forward and take the game on. So, we've got players like Georgia Mann, we've got players like Ruby Rock, even Holly Booth. Sometimes I put her down forward, and they've got some really great accurate kicks, and they'll take any opportunity that they can to make sure that if CC does have three players on her, that we do have other options that can finish the job.
Oh, well, Ali, the toss has just been done. The game is just about to start. We better let you go and get into the coaches' roster. We really appreciate you coming on pre-game, and good luck for today as well.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thank you to both Ali Rock and Rod Bradshaw for joining us. Both these sides, they've been terrific for the last 2 seasons. Obviously, Surrey Park have been around a little longer, and in Division 2 and have done really well. It's all set up for a very interesting matchup here, Dill. Just your thoughts and your tip as well. We said it on Female Footy Focus during the week. Are you going to stick with Surrey?
I think I have to. They're probably the form team in this division. So, although, like we've said, the fact that, and as they touched on there, East Burwood do have a lot to play for in this game. They can lock up a finals position. They don't want to go into that final game against Croydon and sort of have to win that game. So this is a really good opportunity to, make a mark with their finals credentials for a start and also qualify.
Yeah, they would be desperate and couldn't agree more. But I think even if they do go down today, they would consider themselves every chance. And Montrose obviously have Waverley Blues later today. Yes, they defeated them a couple of weeks ago, but I think they'll probably, I think they're probably safe for finals, but you never know. You never know in any competition, in any sports, as teams are starting to move into position. East Burwood did win the toss. They're kicking to the right of your screens or to the Highbury Road end of East Burwood Reserve. Surrey kicking to the left of your screens or to the Burwood Highway end of the ground. And the ground is still pretty soft, but it's I feel like a lot better nick than before. It's in really good condition, and I'm sure these girls will enjoy playing on it. I was a bit worried about a jumper clash. Actually, they're both black and white sides, but I mean there is a bit of a difference between the East Burwood kid, Dill, and the Surrey Park kid at the back. But it still might be a bit confusing for us as teams start to slowly move into position out
I've
here.
just noticed the white at the back for Surrey, and that's definitely a positive, because I was quite worried when they ran out to train.
I was very, very worried too, as Cecilia Baldus there keeping a close eye as to who will have Cecilia Baldus there. It looks like maybe Alex Leather might have the job on her, and it's a big task at hand. Dylan Smith to get us underway in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round between East Burwood and Surrey Park.
As the umpire balls it up and the rucks go at it, Mattioli wins the first hit out, punches it forward, but it's Barn there at ground level. It's been picked up by Surrey Park, can't get it out of the scrimmage. They work it. Here's East Burwood now, clearing it forward inside 50. Baldassar's there, and she clunks it. Just a casual left-handed mark, puts it out and grabs the ball. She'll line up for East Burwood's first.
She'll go the drop punt here. She's definitely got the distance.
Maybe a check side just for after the mark. She's hit it well, but I think she's gone across the face there, and it will be one behind Surrey Park to do the kick-in duties, and perfect start there for East Burwood, Josh. It
is the perfect start for Cecilia Baldus there. She would have liked to have kicked the goal. There's a pretty excited fan right next to us. East Burwood one behind, Surrey Park yet to score. A minute played here in this first quarter as Mia Harold takes the kick in here, goes to a big pack of players, no mark taken. Surrey have the numbers on the ground. They get the handball out. Barn went the kick off the ground to Emily Cumming, who's going to play a key role today for the Panthers. Umpire didn't ping her for a throw, so Surrey Park will continue to move the ball forward in the centre of East Burwood Reserve. 2-on-1 in favour of East Burwood. They win out. No, they don't. Free kick going in the direction of Sophie Bradshaw. There's two Bradshaws that have played for Surrey Park this year, but there's only one out on the field today as she goes inside 50. Mark taken. Really strong hands there from Madison Gray. She immediately plays on. BL Yos Rungrian takes the mark and is going to go back here. Kick from directly in front and potentially get the first goal on the board today for Surrey Park as she comes in now. Does it have the distance? No, it doesn't. On the line, no mark taken there by Gemma Wright and just trickles through for a minus score. We're locked up again. On behind a piece. We've played just over 2 minutes here in this first quarter as we cross down to Kate Green on the boundary.
Just for number 38 for Surrey Park, they're very happy for her to be known as Bea.
As East Burwood bring us back in now, ball goes to the pack. It's Newman playing in front. She just puts a ball in. The intercept defender's there. It's a big clash, actually. As Eglinton's there for East Burwood. They try to get the clearance away. Still in the scrummage. Here's Surrey Park now. Gets the handball out to Barn. Barn heads towards Newman. Here she is again. Kicks it inside 50. The forwards come out to meet it. And we've probably seen so far both of the two sides contrasting forward lines. Surrey Park, a much smaller forward line. And we've seen that leg speed. Here's Mattioli, gets the hit out. East Burwood have the numbers. That's Pollock. Socket off the ground. They come out towards the forward flank here, but it's Surrey Park, the player who comes to meet it. She goes central and she's got a target there in Barn, but Barn can't take the mark. It slips through the fingers. Mattioli picks it up off the ground, which is quite impressive for a ruck. And she's been caught holding the ball there. So Surrey Park will have another shot on goal. I didn't catch who the player was there. It's Barn. Heads to Beer. Beer just puts a nice ball to the top of the goal square. There's Cumming. And it's rushed through for another behind for Surrey Park.
So they now lead the Panthers, 2 behinds. East Burwood just the 1 behind. 4 minutes played here in this first quarter in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. As East Burwood will go to this broadcast side. Beer applies good pressure. Still manages to get the kick away. And on the ground, Barn didn't take the mark, but gets the kick deep inside 50. The intercept taken there by East Burwood and have the chance to rebound as there's a big pack of players right in front of us here in the broadcast position. Goes in that direction, no mark taken. Skriniar's on the ground, got the handball to Kat Newman. Handball back here to Chloe May, did well. Newman got the ball back. Her handball was cut off though. Couldn't get a kick away though, could Edmondson, and Newman gets it to half forward flank here on the ground. Brennan is going to go inside 50 here. Beer might be able to run onto this. In fact, it's going to be Holly Rowland that does. Surrey applying good pressure, and they'll be able to lock it in their attacking half. Paris Isaac's done. Takes the intercept mark, goes inside 50. Mark taken. The captain, Hannah Barnes, she's looked lively in these early stages. Gets the kick to the top of the goal square. Coming with the strong hands. And she's been swung up forward, as Rod Bradshaw said before the game. And she's now Surrey Park's leading goal kicker. She's kicked 13 goals this season, including a bag of 2 last week. As she comes in now, looks decent off the boot, and it's there.
Got it.
Surrey have the first on the board after 5.5 minutes. They're 1-2-8. East Burwood just the 1 behind. She's going to be a massive threat for East Burwood in that forward line with this start.
Yeah, absolutely. She's so athletic, and already we're seeing Surrey Park. They look to want to trap that ball in. They've taken all the territory so far, haven't they, Josh?
They have, and that's something they've been really good at. Of course, I went down and saw them last week. They're really good at just locking it in their attacking half, applying a good press as we go back into the middle here of East Burwood Reserve.
They look very strong around the ball. Mattioli again, so she's been dominant in the ruck so far for East Burwood. It's Skriniar that gets the ground ball. There's a lot of players around it. Skriniar overran it there, and it gives East Burwood an opportunity, but it's eventually held in and will have a secondary ball up pretty close to the centre square. So Mattioli plays in front there, gets the hit out down, but it's all Surrey Park at ground level. That might be Cumming in there, actually. Oh, Cumming meets the ball now at half forward. Kicks inside 50. It's a bit of a scrappy kick, but they might get the numbers. Just punched forward there. Eglinton's there for East Burwood to apply pressure. There's a clearing kick from East Burwood, but B is first to it. She gets the pick up, throws it on the boot. Here's Cumming again. Very dangerous early. She gets a handball. And a snapshot of goal. They get a mark on the line. And it's Toomey who just puts that through as easy as you like. And that's 2 goals for Surrey Park. It plays 0 goals 1 for East Burwood.
Good start here for Surrey Park. They got off to a fast start the last time these two met. Back in round 1, it was 3-3-21 they had in the first quarter. East Burwood didn't score, so the Rams, they'll be looking to stem the tide. They have been promising through midfield. You know, Mattioli has been really dominant in ruck against Chloe May, who started in there. And
just getting slightly beaten around the ball at the moment.
They are, as it's again another hit out for Mattioli. It's Surrey Park, though. That'll get another clearance fact, they don't. High up and on the ball. Umpire calls play on because it didn't go 15. Alana Day got it back to Hannah Barn, who goes back into the middle of East Burwood Reserve and running onto this. Kat Newman, what a start she has. Gets the shrug off, goes in the direction of Emily Cumming.
That was great play.
That was brilliant play from Barn to Newman to Cumming, who goes short. Bia slipped. Toomey on the ground, gets the handball away. She'll get the ball back here. Cumming is around this. She may go for goal. Evades a couple of East Burwood tacklers and has got it. That is a phenomenal goal from Emily Cumming. It's her second and Surrey Park's third. They're 3-2-20. East Burwood one behind. This is a very good start from the Panthers out here, and we haven't even played half the quarter deal.
That was champagne footy there from Surrey Park. Moved the ball from close to their defensive 50 all the way up. It was only that a late slip there from Bia that would have made that the cleanest of all goals, but then a cracker from Cumming there. Mattioli wins the tap again, and she goes for the ground ball. She looks very hungry to get a touch there. Here's Barn. Kicks it forward in the direction of right. She can't mark. May's there. May throws it on the boot, but I think it's going to be marked by Mattioli. It is. She's been very strong early, Mattioli, as she assesses her options.
She's been East Burwood's best as we go down to Kate Green on the boundary.
Just a quick update. Noticing players slipping. The ground is very slippery. The dew is still at the moment.
Absolutely. Thanks for that, Kate. As Surrey Park stream forward again, and it's Barn, who we've called her name quite a lot so far. She's another one that's been excellent. Goes inside 50. We've got Wright here, who kicks towards goal. Holly Rowlands gets back, but Bia gets the snap, and it's touched off the boot. That would have been another spectacular goal for Surrey Park.
Bit of a lucky bounce there, I have to admit, for Surrey Park as well. It
was a bit fortuitous, but they are making their own luck at the moment.
They are, as they move to a 20-point lead, 3-3-21. East Burwood one behind. They go to this broadcast position again. The intercept mark, though, Ellie Brennan got options inside 50. Small from behind there by Madison Gray. Got the tap back to Brennan, who got it to Barn. Gets kicked deeper inside 50, looking for Toomey. Bia was around this. Emily Cumming on the ground. She's been very lively up forward. Madison Gray has hands on this. Gets it back. Shot on goal. In fact, it's to Toomey. That is really good play again from Surrey Park and Lily Toomey. Well, she's going back. She's come back into the side this weekend and has a chance for goal number 2. And there it is. Surrey Park have 4 on the board inside the first 11 minutes of this quarter. They're 4-3-27 to East Burwood one behind. This is a very quick start from the Panthers, Dill.
I would call this an ambush, I think. Very, very surprised just how fluid they've been just coming out of the centre, Surrey Park. And I think East Burwood might have to have a look at their defensive structure there. They're really getting beaten. They've got 2-3 players going for the same ball at times, and then Surrey Park are just picking up the ground ball and you know, hitting those goals. So might have to take a look at that. So we just wait for the ball to come back to the centre.
We may have to wait a little bit just because the goal umpire has had to pick up the ball and
just have to do 2 jobs there.
Yeah. Not too many. It's a decent crowd out here, but obviously it's pretty much just parked cars. We've got 8 minutes left here, both sides.
The ball's actually gone underneath a car, I believe.
It's gone underneath 3 cars.
Underneath 3 cars.
As they shooshed it out, it went straight in under the next, then the next.
Well, they've got the ball back, which is a bit of a relief, and we'll get play just about started soon, Dill.
So Jessica Mattioli for East Burwood has been terrific so far, but she just probably lacked a little bit of support in that midfield.
She's probably been East Burwood's best on and right up there for best on actually in the game.
Absolutely. She goes again here, winning nearly every hit out. But it's those midfielders for Surrey Park who have been so strong. I feel like we've called Barnes' name quite a lot so far. She's been really busy. So we get another stoppage. That's Chloe May at the bottom of that pack. Go again. May gets the hit out this time. Hits it down. East Burwood players look pretty keen to make amends there. Ruby Rocks at the bottom of the pack. May uses the body well, plays in front. Taps it down. And we'll have yet another ball up. So East Burwood might be happy with this just to stem the flow a little bit, just create those repeat stoppages. As they get the clearing kick eventually, but it's looks like Surrey Park have the numbers at ground level again, and it's Barn who goes towards the forward 50. It's marked by Brennan. She heads inside. Rowlands is there to mop up. And you do feel that East Burwood, they probably really are missing Bronte Rowlands, Josh.
Yeah, she's such a key player for that defence. So speaking of Rowlands,
her sister takes a nice intercept mark there. So she'll clear it down the wing. Looking for Mattioli. She can't get there. Got Lewis, Surrey Park. Lewis tries to break free, but we're going to have another ball up out there.
She'll be one to stop Matilda Lewis. She's put together a great season in defence as May got front position and the tap down to Newman. Going to have another ball up. Just a score from around the grounds, actually. Out at Cheong Park, Mount Evelyn were leading 39-17 out there. So potentially a big victory for the Rovers and a big boost for their finals hopes as we're going to get another ball up. Right in front of the old scoreboard out here at East Burwood Reserve as May got the handball away and Surrey Park. They can go inside 50 once more. Intercept mark taken their strong hands through the captain, Emma Pollock, who's stepping up today in the absence of Rowlands. She goes down the line, no mark taken, coming again on the ground. She's just doing a phenomenal job in the air and on the ground. Got the handball away, but it was a bit of an errand one, and it's cut off by East Burwood, who will try to rebound from defensive 50. They can't, and ball is locked up here. Umpire circling, calls play on. B is lurking around this. She's on hands and knees, and we're going to get another ball up. So
if you're Ali Rock here, do you consider moving a Boulder Saar behind the ball, Josh, or getting her around the footy? She's
probably maybe playing a bit higher up the ground, but I'd be surprised if she threw her down back. But it would be a good suggestion just given the dominance in Surrey Park's territory. As here they go again. Kat Newman tapped it forward, but doing really well there. Shrugging off a couple of tacklers. Jenna Casamento got the kick off the ground. It'll be cut off though. And Surrey Park can go inside 50. Skriniar's slipped. Still got the handball away to Barn, who's wrapped up and going to get a ball up here. Right on the 50-metre arc here at East Burwood Reserve as Barn gets it back from Newman. Short chipping ball inside 50. It'll be cut off here by Mahone, who kicks a dangerous one. And it's cut off by Chloe Mansfield, who will look for options inside 50. Cumming is the main target, spoiled from behind there. On the ground, East Burwood have the numbers. Here's Ruby Rock. Was she pushed in the back? Umpire calls play on. And it's going to be locked up here. We're going to have a ball up with 3.5 minutes left in this first quarter, deal.
A bit unlucky there, Rock. I think she did get into a back there. May wins the hit out. East Burwood will get the clearance, though. They head inside, but again, it's all Surrey Park. They're flooding back. A really good defensive structure behind the ball for Surrey Park. They head back inside 50, and Rock's underneath it, but she can't take the intercept mark. Heads out wide again now. Met here, Mansfield's got it again. She's another one that's had a really good season for Surrey Park Mansfield. Here's Skriniar at ground level. And balls to May. It's put back inside 50, and Cumming is there. Such a target for them today is Cumming. As we call Barnes' name again, Barn heads towards the forward 50 line. And that's Edmondson who goes on a dashing run for East Burwood, but she's tackled. I think we'll have another ball up with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. So how have you seen it so far, Josh?
It's all been in Surrey Park's territory, other than that first foray inside 50 for East Burwood, and they'll definitely want to stem the flow, the Rams.
As Cumming takes another mark inside 50.
And they have stemmed the flow the last couple of minutes in particular. No goals in this in these last couple of minutes.
Absolutely. The defensive structure's been a lot better in the last few minutes, but it is Toomey now who will line up, and this would hurt East Burwood quite a lot if she's able to put this through. She just pops it up to the top of the square. Cummings there again. Nearly marks. She drops it. We've got Casamento. She's had a few dashing runs, and she's caught holding the ball. And Gemma Wright will line up for, I think, what is her first goal?
This would be her first goal. And a third goal kicker for Surrey Park too.
That forward line's been so dangerous. She's got it.
There's a dog that's not too happy about that goal, I think, as Surrey Park moved to 5-3-33 and East Burwood, one behind. There's still a while to go, and with the scoring they can do quickly, East Burwood, they can definitely get back into this contest, but it's a very, very, very fast start for the Panthers here. Just over a minute left, still a potential chance for another late one for either side as we go back up. It's May that just took it out of ruck, got the handball out to Skriniars, gets the kick inside 50, looking for Cumming. Another mark taken, just doing everything this first quarter here, Emily Cumming. She's got options on the lead. Beer is one of them. Flew on the ground, did really well to Crummick, gets the snap on goal. Around this is Gemma Wright, who'll be looking for a second. Off the ground! Just missed. Surrey Park moved to 5-4-34. East Burwood one behind, and there's only 30 seconds left here in this first quarter, Dylan Smith.
Yeah, East Burwood will just be trying to get through to the end of the quarter here without conceding. It's been a really tough first quarter for them. We both tipped Surrey Park, but it's definitely surprised me how dominant they've been so far. So they head long East Burwood. Rocks there. Can't get the pick up. It is a slippery ball. It's Marn, in fact. Both with the blonde hair. He goes Barn inside 50, and I think the Sirens beat her there as Cumming takes another mark. She would have lined up for another goal there if not for the siren, but as we go to the quarter time break here, it's 5-4-34 to East Burwood 0-1-1.
So the goal kickers for Surrey Park, Gemma Wright with just the single, and 2 each for Lily Toomey and Emily Cumming. A dominant quarter from the Panthers. We're going to go to a break here in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. When we return, we'll have the coaches' messages from Kate Green, and we'll bring you the second quarter of action out here at East Burwood Reserve between the East Burwood Rams and the Surrey Park Panthers.
Who are the goal kickers again, Josh?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Deakin University Women's Match of the Round, live from East Burwood Reserve. Top 4 Division 2 clash today, East Burwood against Surrey Park, and it's the Panthers that have gotten off to a very quick start out here, 5-4-34 leading East Burwood. Just the one behind at quarter time. Of course, there's plenty of action taking place across the divisions in the Deakin Uni Women's competition. Of course, the penultimate round of the season for all 5 divisions. First up, we'll kick things off in Premier Division. And as I said before, South Croydon 2-5-17 trailing Mount Evelyn 6-3-39. So Mount Evelyn, if they win there, you could almost lock up finals for them, and it'd be a great achievement and knocking over South Croydon too.
Massive win.
It would be a very big win, and clearly they enjoyed the early conditions out there at Cheong Park, as no scores from SBL Wolves Donval, Eastern Devils White and Vermont Purple in First Division. Of course, we had a Thursday night game, and Park Orchards got over the top of Knox there, 9-5, 59-128 out there at Knox Gardens Reserve. So a great performance there from the Sharks as we cross down boundary side to Kate Green, who was at both coaches' huddles in that quarter time break.
Okay, East Burwood, message from Ali Rock was, tough quarter, get more involved in the contest and try and push up the ground to have players ready to receive. Just keep showing that you're hungry for the ball and just stick to playing to their game plan. Surrey Park, the message from Steve Defram was great quarter, keep the talk up, stay to game plan and just control the game like they have been in that first quarter. Just keep it going.
Thank you to Kate, and you can understand those messages. They'll want to get back to the game style that has seen them in 4th in 2nd Division this year. Dylan Smith to get us on the way in the second quarter of action.
So May gets the hit down, and she gets her own ball here in the centre of the ground. But East Burwood have the numbers. They flick it outside. I'll try to get that clearance like they did in the first quarter, the early one. Here's Rock. Soccers it off the ground inside 50. Heads up towards McKellar. She can't get there, and Surrey Park again at ground level through Skriniar this time. And the clearing kick comes out, and they just seem to always have that outlet there on either wing or through the middle of the ground as they look centrally here. And they do have that player through Bradshaw. She's had another excellent season for Surrey Park, has Bradshaw. She looks to go inside 50. That's coming there, and the East Burwood players collide, and Cumming just picks up the ball, heads towards goal. She's got Toomey there. Toomey gets the handball out, and again, Surrey Park, all the numbers, the snaps on goal, and it's just across the face. One behind for Surrey Park.
They move to 5-5-35. East Burwood one behind in the first minute of this second quarter. It's just quickly some more around the grounds scores. We got a final score from the Basin Red Eastern Devils Black in 3rd Division, and the Eastern Devils big winners there, 91-6 as East Burwood get the kick out to the far side, and the mark is taken by Georgia Mahone, who's had her moments in this contest, goes into the middle of the ground. It's cut off though. Emily Cumming.
Last person you'd want to cut that off.
And she goes straight into the middle looking for Bradshaw, who couldn't take the mark. Plenty of time on the ground, did really well. Handball back to Kat Newman. East Burwood applying good pressure though. They have an outlet in Hannah Barn, who got the kick to Beer. No mark taken. On the ground, Surrey have the numbers, and it's hit the post. The second consecutive behind for Gemma Wright. And it's Surrey Park 6th. They're 5-6-36 to East Burwood, one behind. And 2 minutes gone here in this second quarter.
Can we get a quick head count out there? Because Surrey Park just seem to always have the loose. As East Burwood clear their defensive 50. There's a big contest out on the outer side. And
Dylan, I think you call that swarming.
Yeah, very much so. As we get another ball up, we're on the opposite side to broadcast at the moment, so it's very difficult to see who's got the ball. It's heading back towards the middle now, and again, Surrey Park have the number. They head inside 50, and this one will just trickle out, and we'll have another ball up as Surrey Park again in this quarter. They just look to get it forward, and then once it's there, they're pretty happy to lock it in and keep it there.
It's last touch rule.
It is last touch rule.
One of my favourite rules, the last touch rule.
It does escape me sometimes. So East Burwood would come back inside. It's a dangerous kick, and Cumming is there again. East Burwood will get the clearing kick. It comes centrally. Bradshaw's there for Surrey Park. Just applies some pressure, and Surrey get another inside 50. Here's Toomey. She tracks it down to the boundary. And this time, will that be a last touch, Josh?
I don't think it will be, and there is just gonna be a ball up here.
I do still get slightly confused by that rule at times, but it's just hard to get a read on. So we have a ball up inside the Surrey Park attacking 50. Toomey's well pressured there. I think it's Leather. Surrey win the tap out. Here's Marn to Mattioli. There's someone sweating on her as well. So we'll have another ball up. And this is just really...
Umpire might have paid a throw there, so...
Paid a throw, definitely.
So the shot here for Gemma Wright. Third time lucky maybe, or have I jinxed it, Dill?
Let's see. It might be a little bit too far out. Oh, she's easily made the distance. Gone across the face.
Yes, I have jinxed it. That's good to know.
Commentator's curse.
God bless the commentator's curse. As Surrey Park moved to 5-7-37. East Burwood 1 behind. 4.5 minutes gone here.
How many times is that now for you, for Josh, with the commentator's curse?
Oh, a million times, Kate, I say, as the kick to half-back flank here, far side. The mark taken. Baldessare has pushed up the ground. Will wheel onto that thumping left boot of hers and go into the middle of the ground. Rock got the spoil from behind. Plenty of numbers around this. And it'll be locked up here. Umpire calls for it now. Right in front of the new scoreboard.
I think it's a good move to get her up towards the ball.
It looks like she might have taken that rock drill. In fact, no, it was Mattioli that did. And she's working hard on the ground here. There's plenty of numbers around this. And we're going to have a ball up. So not as fast a start this quarter for Surrey Park as it was in that first quarter, as Rock just got the clearance, thumped it to Baldessare, who will apply the pressure on Isaac Dunn. Really good tackle there, and the East Burwood player in turn is wrapped up, and umpire will call for it. But they're at centre half forward here, the Rams, and will be looking for a goal as Baldessare pushes further closer to the goal line. The handball from Surrey Park was cut off. In turn, they're able to cut it off, and Bradshaw has plenty of space. Takes a couple of bounces, if you don't mind. Gets it inside 50. Looking for Toomey. It'll dribble out the back here. Might go out of bounds. It doesn't. It'll be taken out of bounds now, but Sophie Bradshaw, Dill, she has looked very threatening on that wing. She's gotten to really good positions and has really taken the game on, hasn't she?
She's been fantastic, and yeah, playing really wide of the contest. We get another ball up inside Surrey Park's 50. Holly Rowlands is there. She applies the tackle. And it's just been really difficult for East Burwood to get any run on. When they do get clean possession, they're tackled as Cumming has a flying shot at goal. She hasn't kicked that one out. No, it's a behind. She's been such a threat. As we go down boundary side with Kate Green.
You can definitely see that Surrey Hill is playing the way the coach Steve recommended them to, like, spread it out and keep it going.
They definitely are using the wider expanses of East Burwood well.
Absolutely, and they do look like they are exploiting East Burwood for leg speed here, 100%. As they take the kick in here, they just need some sort of an outlet off these defensive kicks to just stop the pressure that they're under. And that's probably the best way to do it, with a dashing run from the East Burwood defender there. She heads up towards the wing. Have a contest out on the far side. Looks like Surrey Park have again got the clearance though, through Barn this time. Heads up towards Cumming. She's well bodied out by the East Burwood defender. Eglinton's there, and I think in the end she's wrapped up by Bradshaw. We'll have another ball up. May gets the hit out this time. Surrey Park head inside 50 and a good intercept mark taken there by Tan. Heads out wide. And it's equally well marked by Mansfield for Surrey Park out on the far side wing. She looks inside 50. Pops one up. Ruby Rock getting back there to intercept. Here's Bradshaw again. She's been so busy in the last few minutes. And we'll have another ball up inside Surrey Park's forward 50.
I have to say, Ruby Rock has also really impressed me. She's worked really hard in midfield as she applies the tackle here and gets another forward 50 stoppage for Surrey Park. May, big fist in the direction of Barn. Got the kick away, looking for Cumming. Umpire calls play on. Shrugs off a tackler. And that's another goal for Emily Cumming, her third of this contest. Surrey Park moved to 6-8-44. East Burwood just the one behind. And again, it'd been pretty much in there attacking up for most of this quarter. And they're able to kick a goal here through this, well, now star forward in Emily Cumming. That's now 16 goals for the season and 5 goals in the last 2 weeks. And we've played 9 minutes here in this second quarter, Dill.
Yeah, she's been unbelievable so far in this game. A massive threat. Every time the ball goes near her, she just seems to make something happen. And I can see why she's gone on a dash for that goal-kicking run as the ball up in the middle and Mattioli wins out. It's down towards Eglinton. And we'll have a secondary stoppage again.
Boundary.
We'll head down to the boundary to Kate Green.
Just quickly, East Burwood's defence has upped its game as well this quarter.
They have.
As Bradshaw makes chase, the kick goes inward. And contested ball there inside the centre square, and we'll have another ball up.
Yeah, just back to Kate's point, they definitely have upped the pressure and have made some pretty hard shots for Surrey Park this quarter.
Surrey Park head forward again. Trickles towards goal. Toomey's there for Surrey Park. It's a handball out. Holly Rowlands tries to burst through. She's heavily tackled. And we'll have a ball
Boundary,
up.
that was a face plant for Holly Rowlands, so might just keep an eye on her.
Yeah, that was a very strong tackle there. As Surrey Park surge it forward once more. And another ball up a few metres out from the Surrey Park goal. With Mattioli up against May here in the ruck. May wins out. And it's Gray who gets a flying shot at goal, but can't pull it back enough. And we'll have another kick in for East Burwood. It's 6-9-45 Surrey Park to just one behind so far. Fantastic display from Surrey Park so far. East Burwood will bring us back in. Okay, towards Baldessar. She's pushed up the ground again, Baldessar. And another ball up here inside Surrey Park's forward 50.
So May will go up in ruck. Just takes it out of ruck, in fact. Got the handball away looking for Barn. Kick off the ground. Plenty of numbers around this. She might get the ball back here, the captain. She doesn't. Good pressure applied there by Cumming, and umpire calls for it. 8.5 minutes left in this first half. Surrey Park up by 44 points, 45-1 as Cumming just took it out of ruck again. Got it in the direction of Holly Rowlands, though, who did well, shrugs off her tackler, got the ball to her teammate, and East Burwood will be able to clear their defensive lines. Maybe not for long, though. The intercept is taken, and Surrey Park try to clear their defensive, get it inside 50. They can't, and East Burwood go to a big pack of players. It's 3-on-1 in favour of Surrey. Newman on the ground. Got it to May, who got it to Alana Day. Day has Barn as an outlet, but instead it's Ruby Rock that cuts it off. In fact, that was Georgia Mahone, and she'll get the ball back here. A very high up and under kick. Umpire calls play on. Ruby Rock lurking around this. It's May that got the handball out to Barn. Shrugged out of it there and did well, did Lucy Edmondson. But Surrey are going to push further forward. Plenty of numbers around this. Mainly for East Burwood, and they're able to get a defensive 50 stoppage. 7.5 minutes left in this second quarter out here at East Burwood Reserve in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. May, the handball out to Barn, and Skriniar's kick inside 50, looking for Emily Cumming, who applies the tackle here and gets another forward 50 stoppage.
Boundary.
As we go down boundary side to Kate Green.
Just quickly, East Burwood, if possible, is up the defensive again.
They have, and the pressure's been really good in this last 5 minutes from East Burwood. They've just been able to just halt Surrey Park a little bit, who were a force in that first quarter. As Surrey Park have another flying shot on goal, and this one goes across the face for one behind. What do you think they can do to get back into this a little bit, East Burwood?
I think Surrey is still dominating the stoppages, and I feel like May is starting to slowly get on top in the ruck contest. Mattioli is still doing a great effort, but just getting that centre clearance and just, you know, looking for the likes of mainly Cecilia Baldus there. And speak of the devil, as she is.
She has come up the ground again. But I do agree, Mattioli, she's had to do a lot in the ruck and at ground level, so she's probably is starting to get a little bit tired. And so we have another ball up here. It's May who does win that hit out, only as far as Brennan, and we'll have another one.
It's just quickly around the ground. Quarter time score between Wanturna South and Baronia. It's Baronia that lead, 139 to Wanturna South scoreless.
Wow.
So, again, they might not get that first win of the season, Dill.
Typical.
You give a side a wrap, and Surrey Park are going inside 50 here again, Dill.
They are. It's Mattioli, though, that picks it up for East Burwood. She's had a fantastic game. Ruby Rock's there to apply some pressure, just try to get a quick kick away. There's players in everywhere over there, and we'll have another ball up. They have wrestled back a little bit of momentum around the contest here in this quarter, East Burwood. They've done a good job to arrest that momentum. So they get the clearing kick forward. It's picked up by Surrey Park, and they'll head inside 50 again. It's Pollock. And it's trickled out of bounds by the looks of it. I think we'll have a throw up. A throw in, rather. 4.5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Umpire balls it up. Mattioli gets the hit out. It's being tracked out there by the Surrey Park player. Heads towards Toomey. She's strongly tackled, and Surrey Park just haven't been able to, in the last few minutes, get a clear kick inside 50, so that the pressure's really gone up. As Mattioli gets another hit out.
Boundary.
Cross down boundary side to Kate Green.
Holly Rowland has had a big hand in there the last 5 to 7 minutes in the back.
She has been fantastic down there, applying that pressure.
Really stepping up in the absence of her sister, is Holly.
Absolutely, but you do see how much that defensive line does miss Bronte Rowlands. It was definitely an adaptation period for them early in that first quarter, as they were, you know, flooded with entries. As Barn gets a kick away, and it's cut off here by Ruby Rock.
I think she's probably been East Burwood's best on ground now, I reckon, Rock.
She might have taken over Mattioli. I agree. The kick's turned over, though. Surrey Park head back inside 50. Toomey's there as he's coming. Toomey applies a tackle, and we'll have another ball up inside 50.
So Cumming will go up in ruck here against Mattioli, and it's the latter that won the hit out. The clearance, so it's cut off. Getting the kick to the goal squares, Barn, and the snap on goal just misses from Gemma Wright. Surrey moved to 6-11-47 to East Burwood, one behind. 3 minutes left here in this first half in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. Thank you for tuning in, whether that be on Facebook and YouTube, as kick in, taken, and they're going straight through the spine. Isaac's done with the spoil. Out the back, Surrey have the numbers. Newman is looking around this. Couldn't lay hands on the ball. Neither could Ruby Rock, who applies the tackle. And Surrey have the numbers once again, but it's cut off. Ruby Rock got a handball away. Looking for Holly Rowland. Found Georgia Mahone, who's wrapped up. Umpire calls play on. Surrey Park Deep inside 50, coming out the back. East Burwood clear their defensive lines. It's a bit of a scrimmage here in the middle of East Burwood Reserve as they get the kick forward. Kick off the ground there from Eglinton, and it's a foot race. Surrey Park lead. A bit of an unfavourable bounce. They're able to keep composed, and Bradshaw. Kick wasn't all that great. It's cut off. Around this is the number 27 for East Burwood as she applies the tackle. Kick in through midair was from East Burwood as they apply really good pressure, and Rock can try to get the kick near 50. Barn is around this. Can't fully control it. Plenty of numbers around, and East Burwood can push further forward. Chalmers is wrapped up and going to get a ball up with just over a minute left here in this first half. Dylan.
Hannah Barn there once again. She's been fantastic today. Just running up and down, just creating that option constantly. Marn applying the pressure. Chalmers, they go inside 50 again, East Burwood, and a mark taken there by Eglinton. So this is their first big chance since early in that first quarter, and really need to take advantage of this. Heads towards Baldassar, but it's Bia who gets there first. Gets the clearing kick. Heads out towards Bradshaw, I think it is. Bradshaw's pressured heavily there. And eventually we'll have a ball up there. Tackled by Rowlands. And not sure who that other one is. Number 27.
Boundary just quickly. Number 27, East Burwood, Chloe Warner, NWORNER. Very late inclusion.
Thanks for that, Kate. As Surrey Park look to go forward, this time through Humphreys. Gets a kick into the centre. They just surge it forward at the moment here, Surrey Park. And that's all we've got time for in this first half, Josh.
Great first half from the Surrey Park Panthers. Only one goal that quarter, but still extending their advantage to 46 points, 6-11-47 to just the one behind East Burwood, who did really well to apply even more pressure and, stem the flow for Surrey Park. I think it was 1-7 they kicked that quarter, so a really good effort from the East Burwood defence. The major goal kickers, Emily Cumming, now has a 3 in the contest after the only goal in that second quarter. Gemma Wright with 2. Lily Toomey, the other goal kicker for Surrey Park. Well, still no goal kickers for East Burwood, but before we go to a halftime break, Dill, just your thoughts on that first half as well. It was, pretty much all Surrey Park. They did well, East Burwood, to stem the flow and apply good pressure but in that second quarter, but it was just a very fast start from the Panthers.
It was, and it probably just does show you the depth that Surrey Park have over East Burwood. You look through that lineup, and there's certain parts of the ground where East Burwood can compete. They were fantastic for periods there in the defence and in the midfield even. They were able to compete, but they head inside 50 and then they don't have the ground ball players at the feet of Baldassar, and they lack an attacking threat in that sense, and they sort of have to rob Peter to pay Paul in one area to get that. And Surrey Park just have the greater depth at this stage.
They do, and greater numbers down on the ground too. Just back to that point, they've been really strong at ground level through the likes of their tools in, well, namely Emily Cumming, who's just been phenomenal in that first half. You look at Hannah Barn as well through the midfield. It's just those numbers on the ground.
Bradshaw,
she's such a handy outlet from the wing and such a key player for Surrey Park. And they'd be really happy with this first half, East Burwood. They can definitely come back. There's something to build on from that second quarter out here at East Burwood Reserve. We're going to go to our half-time break here in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the round. When we return, we'll bring you the third quarter of action out here at East Burwood Reserve between the East Burwood Rams and the Surrey Park Panthers.
just try 3 until Feb. You start back November.
November's T3.
Yeah.
But you finish P2 at the end of September.
October. Start of October. Because it's the short break. Small nicely at purchase
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round, live from East Burwood Reserve Division 2 clash today between East Burwood and Surrey Park, and it's the Panthers of Surrey Park that lead 6-11, 47 to just the one behind for East Burwood. A fast start, a 5-goal first quarter, then just the 1 goal in the second, but the Panthers still holding a comfortable advantage. Just quickly, some around the ground scores. Of course, South Croydon, still no update from Cheong Park, so possibly that's a final score, 2-5-17. They were trailing Mount Evelyn 6-39. No updates from Mulgrave Reserve or Belgrave South Recreation Reserve. Boundary side to Kate Green.
Okay, just had a quick chat with Rod Bradshaw. Message to the team, just go back to what they were doing first quarter, work the ball up to their forward line. And basically the other thing is they're doing it for their 2 injured players, Paige and I've gone blank on the other young lady's name. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Kate Green.
I haven't caught up with Ali Rock, the first yet. I'm about to do that. I'll grab her now.
Thank you, Kate Green.
Charlotte, just sorry, Ali, just a quick question. What was the message to the girls at halftime?
Yeah, so the message was really getting the girls to have some voice and agency out there as well. So we asked them to create some little goals in their own line. So back line, forward line, midfield. What are two things that they want to achieve this quarter that's going to obviously contribute to it in a positive way, and how we can be accountable for those goals. So just trying to get them to think about, fresh start, but let's work on the 1%ers and the simple things. We've got to do that well this quarter to hopefully get some forward entries and some scoring opportunities.
Thank you very much, Ali.
Thanks for that, Kate. As we get back underway in the second half of this Deakin University Women's Match of the Round, it's East Burwood who charge through here through Marn. Gets it off to fellow player who heads inside 50. Over the back there is Edmondson. Running onto a goal there. She was well pressured. And we'll have a ball up. But a good start there for East Burwood, getting that early clearance. Similar to the first quarter, but they showed a lot of intent there. As Baldessar does the ruck duties inside the forward line. Surrey Park to it first. Well tackled again for another ball up. And if East Burwood can just trap this in for a few minutes, as Baldessar crashing through. Surrey get to the ball first. Here's Mattioli, has a flying shot on goal, comes across the face. And that'll be a last touch free kick to Surrey Park.
It's just some more scores around the grounds. Beaconsfield at a quarter time were leading Chirnside Park 5-1, 31 to Chirnside Park 1-1-7 as Surrey Park take the free kick now. Kick's cut off though. Mahone, high starting, inside 50, looking for Baldassare on the lead. Shocked out her opponent on the ground. She's also really good at ground level as Baldassare, so whether it's in the air or on the ground, she'll go to work as Surrey Park will try to get this ball clear of their defensive line, and East Burwood doing really well to lock it in here, but ball isn't going too far. An umpire will call for it.
She is an extremely talented player, Baldassare. She's just been a bit isolated in this game so far.
She has. It looked like before she might have been starting higher up, so bit of a magnet switch there from Ali Rock as kick down the line from Surrey Park. They'll be able to clear their defensive lines. Out there, Ali Brennan, who might be forced out of bounds here. She isn't. Does well to keep her feet and concedes a defensive 50 stoppage as both sets of rucks go at it again. Mattioli from behind, one out. Surrey Park, though, another clearance. Trying to latch onto that was Mansfield of the Chloe variety. Of course, like the Bradshaws, there's two different Mansfields. Charlotte isn't out there today, and of course no Charlotte Bradshaw as well for Surrey Park. As
might actually get Kate to do a little bit of investigative work on number 3 for East Burwood, if we can.
Yeah, there is I was about to say there is a number 3, so possibly another very late inclusion. As speaking of number 3, May got the tap down, only in the direction of an East Burwood opponent though. Surrey Park, the smother in and advance further forward, coming on the ground. Did she dispose of it legally? She didn't. And East Burwood will get this free kick. Near centre wing, far side out here at East Burwood Reserve, which is where most of the players been to start this third quarter. Down to centre half forward, out the back. Skriniar's high up and under kick. Plenty of flyers. No winner on the ground. East Burwood might be able to push further forward. They can't, and we're going to have another stoppage.
They've done really well at the beginning of this third quarter. They've taken most of the territory so far, East Burwood, which they really weren't able to do in that first half. So if they can keep this up, be great for their confidence. So Mattioli gets the hit down to Eglinton. She gets a clearing kick. It's a good one. Heads there in the direction of McKellar. McKellar makes chase. They've overrun it out there. Here's Skriniar for Surrey Park. Gets the pick up. And get a free kick to East Burwood. I think it might have been for a...
Might have been on the full.
It may have been.
Didn't quite catch it, as it'll be Eglinton that gets the
It was
kick.
last touch.
Thank you, Kate Green.
Just quickly, East Burwood's gone from like just being defensive to like being an attacking defensive to get it down to their half.
They have. They've come out with a much better intent.
They're locking it in their attacking half now this time around.
This Marn got the clearance there, but it's hacked away there by Surrey Park into the centre of the ground. That's Eglinton again. Nearly marked there inside 50 by Edmondson. Wasn't able to hold it, and we'll have a ball up.
Baldassare is one out. She still is one out against
is.
Alex Leather, so they want to get it down to her quickly.
They just haven't quite been able to take that last mark inside 50. It's hurt them a little bit. Surrey Park work it through handball and eventually tackled by Eglinton, and we'll have another ball up. It's great stuff here by East Burwood. Mattioli in the ruck. She wrestles on the ground. She's had a fantastic game, Mattioli.
She has. She's probably been the better ruck on the ground. In the air, she's done a terrific job.
It's been a really good battle, that one. May gets this hit out. Eglinton's there. And eventually it's locked in there by, I think that's Marn, the bottom of that pack. Well done by May there from Surrey to get the hit out. And we've got another ball up there, just on the half-forward line for East Burwood this time.
As May just out-muscled Mattioli this time, and it's wrapped up in turn by Mattioli. It has been a fascinating ruck duel, but Mattioli has had the better as we go again. May got the handball away. Looking for a teammate, but just evades her. Tried to take it out of the pack there to Kat Newman. Kick further down the ground. Ending the clearing kick from defence there was Mia Harold. Surrey are moving further forward. It's coming. It's around this. Good tackles applied there by East Burwood. And they'll get the ball here. Go into the middle of the ground with a very dangerous kick. Marn took a really, really good mark there against two Surrey Park defenders. Looking
Very
for
needed
Susi. Baldasser inside 50.
Got it.
No mark taken. It is taken.
That mark by the previous East Burwood player was really needed.
It was really needed, and the Baldasser mark was also really needed as she comes in now and has her goal.
Got it.
Cecilia Baldasser with her first goal. It's East Burwood's first. They're 1-1-7. Surrey Park 6-11-47. Just over 7 minutes played here in this third quarter in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round.
Probably an understatement to say that they needed that one, but they have been fantastic in this third quarter. That's exactly what the coach, she talked about having those small wins, and that's exactly what they've done. It looks like they've come out with a completely different mindset, and like I said, it's not just the defensive side. They've been able to be really good offensively as well.
They've been the better side by far in this third quarter. They have just locked it in their attacking half, which is what Surrey did for pretty much all of that first half, and they finally get reward for effort. They were going to get a goal soon, and the lead up to that goal, that was probably their best play on the day, and they're definitely showing plenty of promise.
It was definitely reward for effort.
100%. And, you know, if they play like that, they can win this quarter, and that'd be a great win for them. Here's May in the ruck for Surrey Park. Mattioli gets the clearance, though. Just sat off the ball a little bit and got the eventuating clearance, heads down towards the 50, but all the numbers are with Surrey. Good intercept mark there by Eglinton. If she can find a target here. Marn heads forward, heads towards Baldasser, who comes crashing through, can't mark. Surrey players there, they try to stream it forward, but here's Eglinton. Kicks it off the ground, and we have a stoppage. No, it's still coming out. Surrey Park with the ball. Again through Bradshaw. She's given really good run today. Mattioli's there, though. Just being a body to block. It's bobbled around, and here goes Bradshaw again. A dashing run. Heads towards their attacking 50. That was right. She's tackled, and that's holding the ball. Fantastic tackle there by Emma Pollock.
That's a captain's tackle right there.
That was huge.
The energy on the ground from East Burwood is really, really high.
It really is, and the pressure around the ball, you can see they're playing with that energy. And here's Barn. Haven't called her name as much this quarter. She hasn't been able to get that easy ball on the outside as much. Cumming goes forward. And again, it's Pollock there who lays the tackle. An aggressive one. And we'll have a ball up inside the forward 50 for Surrey Park, which has been quite rare in this quarter, Josh.
It has been, and it's coming. They got the tap down. Kick on goal. Toomey couldn't lay hands on the mark. Looks set to be rushed through, and it is by Amy Morgan. Surrey Park moved to 6-12-48. East Burwood 1-1-7. Just under 10 minutes left here in this third quarter. In the Deakin University Women's Match of the Round out here at East Burwood Reserve as kick in taken to the broadcast side. On the ground, Skriniars. Around this. Good tackle applied there, and going to have a forward 50 stoppage for Surrey Park as Morgan.
With that pressure from East Burwood in this quarter, it has really shut down those players like Bradshaw and Barn, who have had a lot less of it.
It has. And in turn, it's given them opportunities like this out the back. Harold, she can't run onto this. Leather still manages to get the handball away to Bradshaw. Set of handballs there from the Panthers, but It's East Burwood that are advancing further forward, and there's a foot race on. Isaac Stun will win out. It's got Barn on the outside. She'll meet up with a number 30 for East Burwood, and Barn wins out. Emily Cumming is tackled there, a really strong tackle, and results in a forward 50 stoppage.
It's definitely become a running game and a game of stamina.
It has, as Surrey, they move further inside 50. Pollock, strong hands there from the captain. Looking for options. She'll, on that far side, kick's not the greatest, and Cumming will be able to cut it off. She'll go back here and potentially have the opportunity to kick goal number 4 today. And, well, for that hard work for East Burwood, she plays on immediately. Big pack of players. Gray got hands on it, couldn't complete the mark. Out the back, did really well there, did Casamento, taking the game on as she has for most of it. Clearing kick from defence from East Burwood. Surrey have the numbers around this, and the tackle is applied, but they still manage to get a kick inside 50, looking for Cumming on the ground, picks it up, gets the kick on goal. Rollins with a great smother, picks up the ball here. Can she get a handball away? She does. In the direction of her teammate, her kick is cut off though. Is the umpire call play on? Doesn't. Surrey Park goes back on her mark, looking for Madison Gray. On the ground, East Burwood get a clearing kick from defence. Shug will try to pick it up, and she's forced out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Rollins was a little unlucky there. She just was heavily tackled after she got rid of the ball, and I think the umpire just missed that one. We'll have a ball up inside 50 for Surrey Park. This time it's Chalmers doing the ruck for East Burwood against May. May wins the hit out, heads to Barn, who pops up a ball towards Cumming. Meets it but can't mark. There's a huge contest there in the forward pocket. There's a lot of pressure on the Surrey Park players, and East Burwood have really brought the heat in this third quarter. But Surrey Park look like they're up to it as well. And they're getting back into this game now.
They are.
In this quarter, Surrey Park.
Dylan, I think you mean East Burwood.
I actually meant Surrey Park, but not back into the game as in the score, but back into the game as East Burwood have sort of gotten off to the better start. But here goes Surrey again. They've headed inside 50. Here's Bradshaw. Again, the pressure's really hot here as Bradshaw tries to burst through, and we'll have another ball up.
As one Trent Callan would say, it's hot in the kitchen out here at East Burwood Reserve.
As May wins the tap. Eglinton gets it for East Burwood. Sharking well. Barnes there. She gets the handball receive. Kick smothered again. Eglinton, great chase down tackle there. I think it's Bay there, heads across. Bradshaw, she's found so much space again. Burwood play, gets the clearing kick. It's well played, Chalmers. She's pushed off the ball. The pressure has really gone up in this game.
The chatter on the field has increased exponentially as well.
It's a finals-like game out here, Dill. It feels like a final.
It is, and it wasn't there in the first quarter.
There's a holding free kick here, going in the direction of Kat Newman. Gets the kick to the forward pocket here. Was great pushed out, she was. She'll go back here, potentially get Surrey's first on the board this quarter. Just over 15 minutes played here. Very tight angle, and from about 30 metres out, she'll kick this with Rollins manning the mark. She comes in now. Decent off the boot, won't have the legs. Toomey was the big target on the ground. It still stays in somehow. Toomey will get the handball back here to Cumming. We've got the check side on goal. Mattioli working hard defensively and gets the clearing kick. But it'll be Mansfield that's able to cut it off. Rollins in turn does really well. Shrugs off a Surrey Park tackler and gets it to centre wing. Another foot race out here at East Burwood Reserve. Surrey Park win out here through Jessica Humphreys, who keeps it in. Got it to Kat Newman. Burst of speed. All on her own is her captain, Hannah Barn. Rollins read that really well. can't fully control the ball, and Surrey Park will be able to push further inside 50. Barn. Her handball was cut off, though. They're looking for Boulder Sam. No mark taken in a 2-on-1. Did really well, though, did the leading goal kicker. Off the ground. Surrey advanced it further forward. And the kick inside 50. Looking for Cumming. Around this was Wright, who applies the tackle. I'm going to get a forward 50 stoppage with 3.5 minutes left here in this third quarter. East Burwood 117, Surrey Park 6-12-48 as Wright got a handball out to Barn. Kick, another one that's cut off, and Leather might be able to cut this one off here. Got Bradshaw as an outlet. Good pressure applied by East Burwood once again. Leather might have been holding her opponent. Nothing doing, and we're going to get a ball up as the East Burwood coaches box applaud that effort, and it was a really good effort there from the East Burwood players. It's Kat Newman, though, that tried to find Bradshaw. Instead, it goes out of bounds with just under 3 minutes left here in this third quarter.
Last touch rule to Burwood.
Another free kick here for Burwood, so they'll look to go forward again, this time through Rock. She's been one of the better players for East Burwood so far, has Rock. She takes a bounce. Kicks up the line. Baldassar's there. Needs to take the mark, but she can't. They just, at times, lacked that mark just around the forward 50 that can set them up.
Surrey Park at the moment have at least 3 people on Baldassar just to shut it down.
They do. Got players hanging off a left, right and centre as Surrey Park surge the ball forward. I think Cummings going to get there first. She overruns it. And we'll have a ball up back in the centre of the ground where we started. 2 minutes to go in this third quarter, and it's been a great fight back here from East Burwood. Really wrestled into the game here. As Chalmers gets the hit out for East Burwood. Smashes it forward. Surrey Park well set up behind the ball, though. That's well intercepted there too by Shug, I think it was. Here's Brennan for Surrey. Rock's got it for East Burwood. Gets a flying kick. The intercept defenders are there. Baldassar bodies are out. Has a shot on goal. It's bouncing. It's through. And that's another one for Baldassar and 2 goals for East Burwood in this third quarter.
What a phenomenal player she is.
To get around 3 and get that ball.
She's a class above. Been an absolute superstar for East Burwood and has both of their goals in this contest. 2-1-13, the Rams move to Surrey Park 6-12-48. They will win this quarter, East Burwood. So, again,
they will.
They'll be really, really happy, especially Ali Rock with the effort. And Boulder said just 58 goals for the season now, Dill, in 13 games. She's put together another phenomenal season up forward as...
She's a superstar, but, you know, she can also thank her teammates who have just upped the pressure, and it's amazing what that can do. Just bringing that pressure around the ball has set them up for those 2 goals this quarter.
Surrey Park get it inside 50. Kat Newman might get the ball back in. She doesn't. It's May with a high up and under kick. Looking there for Ella Hunter. No mark taken. On the ground, she gets the handball out here to Skriniars. Kick looking for Cumming, who lays hands on it. There's 10 seconds left. So
is she too far out?
She may be. I think she's going back for the set shot now. She has to. Because the siren is just about to sound out here at East Burwood Reserve. She comes in. There is the siren. It doesn't have the legs and won't be a behind or a score. So a terrific quarter from East Burwood. They won that quarter, and they still trail, though, 2-1-13 to 6-12-48. Cecilia Baldassar with the only 2 goals for East Burwood in that quarter. Started to get into that contest and is looking dangerous, whilst for Surrey Park, still the same goal kickers. Emily Cumming with 3. 2 goals to Lily Toomey and just the single for Gemma Wright.
Boundary.
We go down boundary side to Kate Green.
It almost seemed like with East Burwood that they were a team possessed.
They were. The
Absolutely.
amount of pressure they were applying was at another level. The pressure was really good from Surrey Park as well, but East Burwood was very, very strong as both teams move into their huddle. We're going to go to a three-quarter time breakout here in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. When we return, Kate Green will have both coaches' messages, and we'll bring you the final quarter of action out here at East Burwood Reserve between the Rams and the Surrey Park Panthers. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to East Burwood Reserve for the Deakin University Women's Match of the Round between the East Burwood Rams and Surrey Park Panthers. East Burwood 2-1-13. It really got back into that contest in the third quarter. Trail Surrey Park 6-12-48, who were kept goalless in that quarter. Josh Ward here alongside Dylan Smith. They did really well, East Burwood, and we mentioned it during the call. It was a real finals-like atmosphere, and it was East Burwood that was applying most of the pressure and getting reward for effort with 2 goals that quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about that finals atmosphere, and you couldn't feel that in the first half. It didn't have that same energy, and they obviously came out and a different mentality. Obviously, whatever Ali Rock said to them at half times obviously got through to them, because they came out, like Kate said, as a team possessed, and to put 2 goals on their opponents to none in that quarter after being thoroughly outplayed in the first half is a fantastic effort.
As we cross down boundary side to Kate Green, what did the coaches have to say in that three-quarter time address?
Okay, I've got East Burwood, Ali Rock. Just message to the team, awesome quarter, almost completely different team on the ground for the first half. Just basically keep up the same for quarter 4, same message again, and just loving loads of talk out there, and yeah, just repeat.
And that's fair enough, though. I want to keep that pressure up.
I'll just try and grab assistant coach Rod just to get him on mic for quarter message. Hang in there. Rod, what was the message to the girls for the final quarter?
We knew they'd come out and have a crack, and they did, so they've done that. But the final quarter, we just want to go back to the basics. Chain of handballs out the back, spread, use our run.
Thanks very much.
Thank you to Kate Green, doing an absolutely superb job down on the boundary, and continues to do so. She does a magnificent job. It does Kate, as teams are moving into position out here at East Burwood Reserve for the final quarter of action in the Deakin University Women's Match of the Round. Dylan Smith to get us on the way in the final quarter here.
The umpire holds the ball in the air and he throws it, and here's May, and Mattioli. It was a bit of an even ruck contest there. Eglinton's at ground level, as is Marn. Surrey get to the ball first, but they're sweated on heavily there by East Burwood players. So they've brought that pressure again, it looks like, East Burwood. Handball out by Barn, gets it to May. May flicks it through to Brennan. This is a good run by Surrey. She takes a bounce. She's going to get run down. The umpire didn't penalise her for that. It was close. Mattioli with the big clearing kick. Heads towards 50. Surrey player playing in front there. She gets the ball ripped out of her hands by Edmondson. She's been quite good as well today, Edmondson.
She has done a terrific job up forward.
As May gets the hit out for Surrey. It's Newman here that's tracking the ball. They're able to play that running game so well. And Pollock is tackled very heavily by Cummings. She's laid a few really heavy tackles coming in this game. And we'll have a ball up. Now closer to the forward 50 for Surrey Park. May and Mattioli do battle. May gets the hit out down to Cumming. Pollock's there. She's going to get tackled again by Cumming. It's Marn. Oh,
Just
great
out
mark.
that previous one to Rock just missed out on getting tagged for a head high.
She was. It was very close there as Rock takes a huge contested mark in the middle of the ground and then proceeds to kick it into the mark. So we'll have another ball up. The intensity is definitely there in this last quarter. May gets the hit out. Ruby Rock's there. She's pushed off the ball in the centre of the ground. Barn gets a flying handball, but it's in the wrong direction, and it's kicked off the ground by Shug. Out to meet it there is Lewis for Surrey Park. Kicks it forward. Mattioli's in the vicinity. As East Burwood look to come forward, Barn takes the mark and just plays on. Keeps it going forward. There's Marn. She gets a kick. Well taken by East Burwood.
Boundary.
Down to Kate at the boundary line.
Just keeping an eye on Matoli, 13 for East Burwood. She's a bit ginger on her feet at the moment.
Just collecting herself there. It looks like she's pushed behind the ball a little bit too, Mattioli. Might be just resting there for the moment.
Just quickly, the score around the grounds at Fair Park Reserve, Moolbuck, 8-10-58 lead Fair Park, 1-1-7.
Wow.
That's a big lead for the Mustangs there.
That is, they're in terrific form, Moolbuck. They'll go close to winning that division as Cumming finds space inside forward 50. Bit of a breakdown there for East Burwood. They weren't able to defend that one. And Cumming will line up here for her 4th goal, I believe.
I think she might have kicked a career high and a season high 4 goals against Croydon North Emlock a couple of weeks back. So she's on track to do so here.
Super impressive game from her. I don't think she's quite made the distance. And it'll go through for one behind. Extending their lead to 6-13-49 to East Burwood 2-1-13.
It was a touch, actually.
It's the kick in taken by East Burwood.
Sorry, Dylan.
That's all right.
So we've played just over 3.5 minutes here in this final quarter. The clearing kick from midfield gets it to centre wing. Leather is around this for Surrey Park. Be able to pick up the ball, get the handball away to Skriniars. Plenty of options, finds one. Cumming was around this, but a really good mark by Georgia Mahone, as a man in front of me agrees with me. She's had a really good game as well, Mahone in midfield. She goes into the middle of the ground looking for her partner in crime, Ruby Rock. I reckon she's close to best on ground today. She's been superb in midfield, goes to centre wing. Plenty of numbers around this. Rock might be able to pick it up herself, but doesn't. I'm going to have a ball up. Just briefly, another couple more 4th division scores. Nada Whiting 139, Trail Mitcham 5535. Baronia Gold 3624, lead Wanturna South 2214 at 3/4 time. As out the back here, Surrey have the numbers. Get a handball away. Hannah Barn is all alone in the middle of the ground. Chipping ball over the top. Finds her teammate, but she couldn't take the mark at Skriniar. Still gets the kick inside 50. Cumming was around this. Couldn't lay hands on it, neither could Toomey. Chalmers. Looks like it's been swung down back this quarter. Well, she might have been playing defence this whole game, but it's going to be a ball up inside Surrey Park's attacking territory, and it's coming. They've got the tap down. Umpire calls play on, not far enough. Trying to burst her way through was Gemma Wright. Handball away there, out to Hannah Barn, who started to have a bit of possession in this quarter. Kick inside 50, looking for Toomey. Good spoil from behind. Rollins is able to pick it up, did really well. Goes into the middle of the ground to a 2-on-1 in favour of Surrey. Get the kick off the ground. Mahone is able to cut it off. Very dangerous kick into the middle of East Burwood Reserve. It might pay off. Baldessere, what a pick-up, what a handball. Gets the kick to centre half forward, does her teammate. It's cut off, though, by Alana Day. Misread that one, did Amy Morgan, who's down forward now. Kick to centre wing. Applying the tackle there was Kat Newman. East Burwood still managed to get a handball away. Cut off there by Ellie Brennan. She's had a bit of it in the final quarter. Is getting the ball here is Jessica Humphreys. Plenty of composure, but the kick is plenty of East Burwood players, and Eglinton gets the kick right in front of the old scoreboard here. Might trickle out of bounds. It doesn't. Sorry, keep it in. And there's going to be a free kick here. I think a free kick. Or it might just be a ball up here.
I thought he might have played that deliberate out of bounds.
I thought he might have, and I don't think I've ever seen a deliberate out of bounds in women's. Of course, there's the last touch rule, but I've never seen a deliberate out of bounds.
He hasn't played that.
So it's just a ball up. As East Burwood, Mattioli win out, but Surrey Park might be able to get the clearance. They don't. Humphreys drop the mark. On the ground, Surrey get the clearing kick. Plenty of numbers around this, and it's just going to be a stoppage. No, it isn't. Kick inside 50. Is the umpire going to pay the umpire didn't pay the mark.
Touched, I think.
Might not have been far enough as well, and there's going to be a forward 50 stoppage for East Burwood, who trailed 2-1-13 to Surrey Park, 6-13-49.
As Surrey Park get the clearance here again through Barn. She just throws it on the boot. Ruby rocks underneath it. She couldn't mark, and then we'll have another ball up. Inside 50 for East Burwood. What do you think this game so far has done for both the teams' finals credentials, Josh?
I think it's proven East Burwood's finals credentials, particularly this second half. Surrey Park had shown that at their best, they can definitely score and score quickly and potentially be a threat to the likes of the Waverley Blues, East Burwood, and possibly East Ringwood too, who obviously are at another level in this division, the Roos.
I certainly don't think it's done either team any harm this game. Both look the goods, I think. So we'll have another ball up.
Yeah,
Boundary.
Boundary side to Kate Green.
If anything, I think this game's given East Burwood a bit of a pump in the arm, because they can take it to the likes of Surrey Park.
Their best has definitely been good enough in this game. Just weren't able to sustain it for the whole 4 quarters.
It was just a bit of a slow start here.
Yeah. As Surrey Park go forward, heads towards Cumming, which has been a pretty good idea in this game. The East Burwood player there at the ground level is tackled. It's close to being a free kick there, I reckon, but might have gotten away with one. We'll have another ball up.
Quickly a score around the grounds, 3rd division, 3/4 time at Pinks Reserve. Kilsyth 7-9-51 to South Croydon, just the one behind.
It's astonishing.
They're dominating teams at Kilsyth and looking near unstoppable.
Absolutely, as Cumming again, close to marking the ball there. It just drops to ground. And we'll have another ball up as May does the ruck duties for Surrey Park this time. Wins out against Mattioli. But East Burwood have the numbers. Hatter on the wing there towards Shug. Shug gets there, gets the pick up. Gets a handball out. She's got Mattioli there for support. Kicks up the line. And I reckon that'll be a last touch out of bounds free kick for Surrey.
Absolutely.
My favourite rule, Kate, the last touch rule.
I quite like the rule. It's difficult at times to commentate on it because you can't see who it's gone off.
It's very confusing, but still a favourite rule of mine.
Saves ball ups. from the boundary.
Is that a hint of sarcasm there from you?
Nope.
As I think it's Barn will bring us back in, the captain. Heads inside 50. And Marn's sitting underneath it there. Was heavily met from behind there as Eglinton tries to get the pick up. Overruns it in midfield. Handball's gone there only as far as Bradshaw. Brennan gets a kick inside 50. She's had a lot of the ball in this quarter.
That was fantastic by Holly Rowland.
Holly Rowlands again there. Great defensive work. Running off half back. Gets up here towards the East Burwood player. Kicks inside 50. They haven't got many numbers there. If they can get the press on here, they might be able to stop the ball coming back out. It's a great kick there. And marked by Harold in the centre of the ground for Surrey Park. She just flicks the ball out towards Brennan. Brennan will have to chase this down. Get the pick up. She swings around. Gets the kick away. Towards forward 50 and Surrey have the runners. Gets a handball out. This time it's coming. She can find a player. But she's under heavy pressure. And another ball up. This time in Surrey Park's forward 50.
So with 8.5 minutes left here in this contest, they're inside 50, the Panthers, as Marn gets the clearing handball. Harold's around this. Has this shug, and she's wrapped up there by Harold. The half-forward flank there on the far side. We'll have a ball up as Mattioli from behind, one out against May. Barn wraps up her opponent, and I concede the boundary throw in here, or they might get a free kick. In fact, it stayed in. Harold against Shug once again. Good tackle applied there by Lucy Edmondson. We're going to get another ball up. That was on Ellie Brennan. She's had a pretty good contest, Brennan. Had her moments as she lays hands onto this ball here. Campbell's cut off by Edmondson, whose kick was interfered with. And Surrey can go inside 50, but the smother was really strong there by East Burwood. There's a high free kick being paid, and it's going in the direction of the Panthers and Brennan.
Number 9.
Sorry,
that I was looking at. Sorry.
As Brennan gets it inside 50, coming with the snap. Won't get there. Beer is lurking around this. She picks up the ball, does really well. Got the shot on goal off the ground from right.
It's going to be rushed.
Is it going to be rushed through? They're scrambling to rush it through East Burwood. It's just going to be a ball up here though. So
you're trying to knock this one through.
They will desperately be, as Cumming just took it out of ruck. Can't get a clear kick. A really good tackle there applied by Marn. Just another ball up. 7 minutes left here in this final quarter as Cumming just went the tap this time. Only in the direction of Hancock. Gets a clearing kick, but only in the direction of Chloe May, whose shot on goal is out of bounds. And not the last possession rule deal going in the direction of East Burwood.
And the kick will be taken by Pollock, I think, down there, who has the ball in hand. The margin at this stage is 36 points, and the previous time these two teams met, the margin was 29 points. Do you think East Burwood could claw that back in?
I think they feel a bit hard done by that it's a bigger margin, just because I feel like
they played so well in the second half.
Yeah, and they deserve to cut the margin to make it a much less margin. It's felt like only a 10 or 20 point game.
As Bia snaps towards goal. Has that bounced through? No, it's still in play. Tracked over there by the East Burwood player, and we'll have a ball up deep inside forward 50 for Surrey Park. And
you kind of almost feel for East Burwood that you want them to have a goal for the effort that they've put in the last quarter in this one.
Absolutely, and it's when you have a tough start like that, it's not easy to get back in the contest. So they've been really admirable the way they've played here in this second half. As Barn gets a handball out towards May. May throws it on the boot. It's trickling towards goal, but East Burwood players are back there. They get the clearing kick. Is Baldassar a long way from goal? She's She's not used to being down there. As Surrey Park stream forward again. I reckon she's going to be done for a throw.
Great pressure. Superb pressure there.
Great pressure from, is that Pollock?
But number 3.
There's not too sure who number 3 is actually.
She is the
sorry.
She's the mystery player. As it's marked here by Isaac's done. Surrey Park kicks a long ball. Numbers at ground level. They've got the runners. Barn throws it on the boot. It's tried to be marked there by Holly Rowlands. She tries to get the clearing kick and she's tackled. She's down. And it's marked on the line by the East Burwood player. Is there a free kick or a mark?
I think it's just a mark.
Just a mark.
Wind starts to pick up here a little bit at East Burwood Reserve. I think she was just the umpire was just calling Bea back on her mark.
Goes for the run. Good courage there to take on the player. Kicks it towards Rock. She can't take the mark. Bea just kicks it to the top of the square. Pollock's there. A lot of pressure on the ball carrier. Baya's laid a great tackle there. And she's been awarded holding the ball. So she'll take a shot. And it's dropped short. Picked up there by the East Burwood player and cleared nicely. But the runners again are with Surrey Park, so it looks like it's coming back in the same direction. Kicks long. Baldessar's back there. And there's Marn. She just picks it up from outside the contest, throws it towards Rock. She's beaten to it. Surrey are really pressing at the moment. Looking for that goal. 6:14:50 plays 2:1:13. And 2.5 minutes to go in this final term, Josh.
So East Burwood looking for options. Might go to the far side out here at East Burwood. Boundary side to Kate Green.
Had some fun with the numbers. Booth is actually 18 for East Burwood. And number 4 is Casamento. Okay. Sorry, guys.
That's all good, Kate.
And Eglinton, Brooke Eglinton is actually number 3. So yeah, we've had some number switches.
We've had a couple of confusing numbers as East Burwood. They clear their defensive lines in the middle of East Burwood Reserve. It's just going to be a ball up. Back where it all began at the start of this contest, the start of this quarter is from behind. It was Chalmers that won out, but Barn, another clearance. Looking for Madison Gray. Got it to coming instead. Kick off the ground. Rowlands is able to cut it off. What a brick wall she's been in defence.
She's been fantastic.
She has been. Her kick's cut off, though. It's Barn, fellow superstar of this game and of this division, that cuts it off. Gets the kick inside 50. Cumming was around this. Wright is also on the ground. Plenty of numbers. East Burwood try to clear. Gray got the handball away, only to Rowlands. Good tackle applied there, and we're just going to get a ball up here with just over a minute left. No goals in this final quarter, just the 2 behinds for Surrey Park. East Burwood scoreless. As they'll get the clearance here through Rowlands. Kick to centre wing is cut off by Skriniars. Maybe a chance for a late one for Surrey. Goes a short kick to Chloe May. Will go back. Take all the time in the world with less than a minute remaining. Kick into the forward pocket. Bea was around this. It's cut off though. East Burwood, potentially one last push. Rowlands has hands on this. Gets the kick to centre wing once more. Bounces on its point and it's still kept in. Surrey have hands on it. It's Skriniars. Another kick to centre half forward. Another mark taken by Madison Gray, who'll go back. She probably won't have the distance. She might still go for the shot on goal. She doesn't. Goes short. Looking for Wright. who isn't able to lay hands on it. Instead, it's East Burwood that are able to lay hands on it, and that will be it out here at East Burwood Reserve. The Rams put up a strong fight in the second half, but the Panthers too good on the day, 6-14-50. Get the job done over East Burwood, 2-1-13 in this Deakin Uni women's match of the round. And well, that's almost
Okay.
second spot all but sealed up. Kate Green, boundary side.
Just to grab Steve DeFremo, just for a quick word. Okay, I'm just hooking him up now.
Yes, we've got.
Guys, can you hear us still?
We can hear you, Code. Steve, a terrific job today. East Burwood came in that second half, but the girls stood firm and were able to pick up a pretty good victory in the end.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Absolute credit to East Burwood, where they came out the second half was a very different team to what we got on the first half. So it would have been interesting if they came out like that to start with. And we knew they were going to come out hard because they weren't going to lie down there. But to the credit of my girls, or my ladies there, they held pretty strong, and tough conditions in this win too.
And just the defensive pressure too from both sides. Did you feel like that was a finals type pressure game?
Yeah, and that's probably one thing that we talked about while we're in the club rooms is, and not in the sense of playing finals, but tight football, and they're the type of team that they don't give you cheap or easy balls there, and if the ball's within range, they're going to make you earn it. So again, credit to them, and I'm pretty happy that we started off the way we did.
I thought your run, speed and spread were fantastic in that first half, but when East Burwood did bring that pressure in the second half, they were sort of able to get on top of you a bit. Is that sort of a worry coming into finals where the pressure's going to be high?
Yeah, probably not a worry, but without giving too much away, we've probably got a couple of bodies there that sort of take care of that sort of role. So yeah, concern probably not, but I have to admit the run in the first half, I was pretty proud of the ladies.
Absolutely, it was fantastic. Have you got any standout players there for best on for you guys?
I'd probably Emily, our centre half forward. She was just an absolute machine, and obviously Kat, and we've got Chloe, who played in the ruck the whole time, and she was just a rock. So those three probably stood out for me. And we've got a young lass called Alana Day, who goes by the name of Lani, and she's playing in the back line at the moment, and she really stepped up today. I'm really proud of her. I keep teasing her how she's the youngest player, but she really stepped up.
And just on coming to the move up forward for her, she was playing ruck to start the season, and now she's playing up forward and having an impact. Kicked the 3 goals today. It's been somewhat of a masterstroke putting her up forward.
Sorry, who was that?
Emily Cumming.
Oh yeah, no, she was. No, I have to admit, she's. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. It doesn't matter where I put her. She can play. She can play. So don't know about a masterstroke, but all credit to her. It doesn't matter where I put her. I know I'm getting 110% out of her.
Definitely not wrong there, and it was a great performance from the side and a terrific victory. Well, Steve, thanks for joining us post-game, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you to Steve DeFranceschi, and yeah, those players that he mentioned, they really did stand out. They did a terrific job, but also I'll mention as well to Sophie Bradshaw, that second quarter, just the run and carry she provided, and just that outlet was absolutely superb, and did a terrific job with on the outside, and I think she deserves a bit of a mention, but I reckon Cumming was by far the best on ground. She's just at another level. She's won the first 2 best and fairest for Surrey Park, and just was phenomenal. From an East Burwood side of things, Ruby Rock, I thought, was really strong, particularly in that first half. Jessica Mattioli as well was also really strong in ruck.
I think one that we didn't actually mention for East Burwood best on ground is probably a Holly Rowlands.
Yeah, and Georgia Marn too. She was really good in midfield, taking some courageous markers. And Baldessere as well. You know, she kicked the 2 goals, still had a bit of an impact, and yeah, there were definitely some positives, and they will take a lot of positives out of the second half. They'll look back and see this as something to build upon when they face, well, possibly a Waverley Blues in the first
Boundary.
final as Kate Green. I think you
I
might
have Charlotte, the assistant coach for East Burwood, here for you.
Thank you, Kate. Charlotte, a really promising second half from the side. You must have been pretty happy with how the girls fought back in it.
Yeah, really pleased. The girls worked really hard in that second half and kept them goalless. So we're really, really happy with them, and we gave them a goal to achieve, and they went out and did that. So really happy from them.
Are you slightly disappointed that, given that amazing performance in the second half, that you weren't able to bring that in the first half?
Yeah, we did have a slow start. I think, these girls have never played on this oval before this season, so it's obviously a bigger oval, something they're not quite used to. And having a shorter bench as well probably didn't help, but they really bought it in the second half, and we're really proud of them for that.
We saw a really great performance from Emily Cumming there of Surrey Park. I thought you did a really good job to stop her influence in the second half. Who can you sort of credit in the defensive area for that?
Our backline were incredible today. They were an absolute wall, and I think Emma, our captain for the day, number 6, was the force behind that. She led the backline really well and really kept them together.
And there were plenty of other great plays too. We mentioned Holly Rowlands before, the midfield draw of Ruby Rock, and Georgia Mann did a terrific job, and Jess Mattioli in ruck. Were there any other standouts to you?
All those girls played a really good game today. Georgia Mann, incredible every week, in and out, under the ball. I think Carly, it's her first season of football. She played an incredible game today, and she's only played a few games for us, but she really showed how far she's come today.
And Cecilia Baldessere as well,
Yeah.
just another 2 goals. She still had a bit of an impact up forward and got swung down back and up the ground a little bit. Is that something we could possibly see come finals time for the side?
We'll see how we go. I think, she's a dominant force in the forward line, so we'll probably keep her there. But, we just moved around the ground today to see how she went. She's obviously got a really good set of hands, so we just needed a bit of help around the ground, and she did that for us.
I think that's 58 goals for the season now, so she's an absolute superstar. Well, Charlotte, we really appreciate you coming on post-game and having a chat with us. Good luck for the final home and away game next weekend against Croydon North Emlock.
No worries. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you to both Charlotte Mahone and Steve DiFranceschi for joining us post-game as well. Well, Dill, that does us for the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. Kate Green, to you as well. You did an absolutely superb job on the boundary and continue to do so. Absolutely phenomenal job down there. Megan Green, of course, behind the lens, and will be out at Bayswater Oval for the Eastland Match of the Round, which should be a very interesting contest. You'll be on the boundary for that contest too, Dill.
I will. Looking forward to that one.
I'll be heading out north. I have to somehow head out to the northern suburbs in the next 30 to 45 minutes. But a great contest out here, particularly that second half. But Surrey Park, too good on the day in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. 6-14, 50 to 2-1, 13. We thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for the final round of the home and away season. And that... Oh, no. That is perfect. You need to do that.